Good afternoon. Today is the 18th of May and this is part 8 of the slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2025 Chiltern Hills Rally. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, if there's wind noise, if I fall over, if there's background music. I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So you've got this BMW M5 here. I can't remember what generation this is. This might be an F10. I've forgotten now. I've been filming for a number of hours now, so my brain is slowly turning to absolute rubbish, more so than before. Let's go on to this E30 here. We've seen lots of these today. This is a 1990 325i Sport. It's not an M3 or anything. For a start, those were left-hand drive only on the E30 specification, but it's sort of almost kind of there. It's very, very nice actually, that. Also nice is this Mark II Jaguar from 1967, I think, or 68. Now it says Mark II on it, but this I think is a Jaguar 240 because of the bumpers. The bumpers are different on the 240s. Someone's put a Mark II badge on later on. We've got this Triumph Spitfire. Oh, managed not to fall over there, that was pretty good. 1967-68 to be a Mark III. The last ones, the 1500s, were like a Mark V. They made these for 18 years, these Triumph Spitfires. They were very popular for years, particularly in America. We've got an MG GT V8 with correct wheels and everything. Brilliant. It's pretty to see. And then 1965 MGB. So much earlier than that GT V8. Also got this MGA here. Did we have an information sheet? Or was it just too long and I can't read it? 1957 MG 1500 MGA 1500 Coupe. So quite an early one. They came out, I think, 1955, 56. Then a 71, 72 MGB. MGR V8. Now I have driven one of these recently. There's quite a few here. I've seen about 3 of them. Which is a surprise. They're not very common, these cars. The principal colour of them is this sort of beige leather interior and wood, which I like, but there are other colours for the interiors as well. Then we've got this next MGB GT. This one, it's an interesting colour. I don't think I've seen that colour before actually. Sort of 73, 74 and an M. And then MG ZT400 I'm going to call this. Really it's a modified 260, but I'm going to use the term MG ZT400 with this. And this colour now, is it atmosphere? I could be wrong, like I know about so many things. But we've got a much earlier MG here. I forget what model this is actually. It's 1935 MG PB, okay. Thank you whoever left that out because I'd have no idea otherwise. Ooh, and another MGR V8, another one. My gosh, that's like 3 here today. Anyway, Fishmouth Grill, MGB Roadster, 71, 72 on a K. Then 1974, 75 MGB. Just in colour, is that citrus or something? To even say on that information sheet. Citroen, there we go, no, I was almost right. Next one's all similar sort of age. 72, 73 on an L. '67, '68 on an F. Another Fishmouth Grill one. 71, 72. Exception here is this MGZR from 2004. Late pre-facelift one, obviously personal plate on that particular car. Is this a Sprite or a midget? It is a midget. And there's Heritage Certificate, Mark III with the square arches, 1967. It's similar to the 68 one I drove in 2021. Then an MGF. Someone's got a very throaty sounding car over there. Someone tells me that car's not standard. 6869 MGB. And that originally would have been a rubber bumper model, but it's been modified. We actually saw this coming in earlier this morning. But sounding really rubber modified. There we go. 3-door streetwise, one of the last ones. MG Rover fleet plates on this, with the K series and this interesting sort of 3D wrapped cover on it. 2003, 2004 Rover 75. Imagine this is probably just a K series one. BMW E46 Coupe. MGB Roadster. I think the MGB, probably looking at it through what I've been through so far, hoping this is the last part, is the most common car at the show. But that's not a surprise because they're one of the most common classic cars in this country, along with Morris Minor. Not rare at all. Not that that's a bad thing, but if you want to stand out, don't buy an MGB unless you have a really strange front end like that one. Oh, hello, my friend. You're following me?
Yeah, I love your hat. I got a new jug.
Is Esther going to be upset about that?
Probably. I got something for Esther. Hang on, look.
Oh, Esther's got a little poster now.
Yeah. I had to get that, didn't I?
Well, my friend, we'll be seeing you on Marina in this part. I've got to keep going because I'm on part 8.
That's fine, you carry on. Nice
okay, my friend, see you in a bit. Yes, that's Alex Max's assets. You've got to keep going these, you've got to finish in this part. 1967 Jaguar S-Type 3.4. Manual overdrive, fantastic. We like specifications like that, viewers. Makes us feel better. And then a very nice Jaguar XJ8 from 2003 to 4. Complete with a cream leather interior. Not quite beige, we're not quite as excited as we could be, but we're not far off. Still very nice though. So, Rover 200 BRM R3. These were a special edition made from about 1998 to 1999, although some were sold into 2000. They're much more valuable now than they were at the time. A lot of these were just completely undervalued for years, so I really like them. We'll probably see a few more in a second as well. Some Jaguars, second generation Jaguar XK here. I drove one of these actually back in December. It was a black 2008 4.2 coupe. This is a bit more to my taste with the wood on the interior and the beige leather interior. Very nice. Yes, viewers, we like nice beige leather interior. So look at this E-Type here. Ooh, a Series 3 V12. I drove one of these actually last year. It was good. I enjoyed it very much. Had a 5-speed gearbox conversion when I drove this one. Not quite sure. 7122 plate. Jaguar F-Type 2017 on a 17 plate. Rather nice. I really want to drive an F-Type at some stage in my life. I don't know if I ever will, but I'd like to. And then a Series 1 coupe 3.8. And then an X100 XK8 complete with, oh yes please. Oh, we've got some friends in here. A little friend here and a little friend. Oh, we've got 2 friends in here. Excellent. Brilliant. 2002 this one is. Very nice. We've got a big cat and a small cat. And this one, that's probably a personal plate, isn't it? XKR. Interesting interior in this. Yeah. What year it is? It probably isn't a 2008, it's probably different. That was a 2008. Someone's actually got the right age on the plate then. Let's go down here, viewers, quickly. So we've got this sort of 32 Ford thing. 1930 it is, to be precise. And then this Dodge Dakota, I think it is, from sort of 1998, 1999. So we've got a 2003 MG ZR in biomorphic is the name of this colour. And we go to the next row because there's various ones we can't talk about here. So we go on to this ZS, probably ZS 180 I imagine this one is. Yeah, ZS 180, a pre-facelift one. Then facelift ZT260, 2004 to 5 registration, that's a personal plate, so just ignore that, it's a facelifted one. And another ZT260, excellent pre-facelift, 2003, 2004. This one's got a Roush supercharger, so it's more like a ZT400, so it'll be really quick this. I drove one of these, a facelift one, years ago. It was fast, but that'd be faster. So this is a facelift MG3, second facelift. That's quite a late one because that's Suffolk Silver, I think the name of the colour is. Mark 1 Audi TT convertible with quattro all-wheel drive and this sort of baseball glove random stitching in there, which I don't think I've ever been a fan of, but some people like it, I'm sure. Then we've got another one of these second generation XKs. This is a facelifted one. You can tell actually not just by the front end, but also by the fact that we haven't got a J-gate in there. And then an XKR, probably a 2010. Bentley Continental GT. We've not seen too many Bentleys today actually. There's not been too many around. Ooh, it's a nice interior. Beige leather interior. Very, very nice. And then an X350 Jaguar XJ. Yes, Sovereign V8, complete with beige leather interior. Wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. And we got some Stags. Go down the middle of these two. They're both 74, 75 registrations, so both Mark IIs, both manuals. Hello to Mr. Stag. Then this is an early one. This is a Mark 1. It's actually got, which is quite rare, the standard steel wheels on this. Most of them had the alloys, but actually some of them have the standard steel wheels, like the one I drove in 2023 was like this as well. Similar on a K plate like this one. 73, 74 this one. This is a Mark II though, because you can tell by where the interior light is. Yes, I know I'm that sort of ridiculous person, I can tell you. Then got two Stags in here. A Stag with two Stags. Actually, we can. It's probably a Mark II, isn't it? No, it's a Mark 1. It's got the twin interior lights. Another Mark 1, 71, 72 registration. This one is a manual with the Stags, but half of them were manual, half of them were auto. It's like a 50-50 split, really. So 2000 to 2000 and, sorry, 2000 would be only actually this one. A Jaguar XKR. And then we've got this lovely ZR 160. That looks like Sunspot monogram, but I might be wrong. And we've got some bear action here as well, of course, as always. Are all three bears still here? Yes, they are. All three bears are still here. I have to get some names in a bit. Looks like the bear's driving home in this one. He's actually going to drive home. I thought you were navigating, Charlie. That's what I thought you were doing. I thought you haven't got a driving license. Oh well, never mind. I won't get caught, will he? So many MGs and Rovers. Let's find someone we can talk about, viewers. We had a close call there. So ZT190 with some interesting wheels on it. Have we got a Morris spare? Yes, we have. We've got a Morris spare. Excellent. And then ZTT180, owned by Dan, wherever Dan is, somewhere around here. That monogram colour is really nice. I believe this one's let's get this right. Captain Sensible, yeah, he's a 1.8 turbo actually. Captain Sensible 2003 to 4 registration. Right, let's go down here because we're actually almost at the end now. This is crazy. I can't believe we've almost finished. It's mad. Right, we need to check some rev counters just a little bit carefully around here, viewers, because we might get caught out if we don't. Not too far from here is Cowley, where this car was made. This is a 1999 Rover 75. I imagine it's sort of high specification one because we've got a sort of what they call the personal line interior in this. It's Wedgwood blue. I don't know, I don't see any badges, so I imagine it's a 1.8K series or something like that. 2005 MG ZR. It's trying to fall over here, viewers. Yeah, one of the last ZRs made for 2005. Two Rover 200 BRMs. 1999 to 2000 registration, and then that one there's got a personal plate on it. I imagine it's a slightly earlier one. We've got the slightly later wheels on this. You should have the BRM inserts on this, but this is a set of later wheels with inserts from like a Road 45 or something. And then a tribute car to Jack Davies. I think we saw this at Pride Longbridge and also at the Oxford event. About, how many weeks ago was it? 3 weeks ago. And we've got this streetwise. This is a petrol one 2005. I don't know where Chappie owns this is around. He's around somewhere. He's walking around with his big stick. Maybe something a break, I don't know. There he is. Hello, sir.
How are we?
Hello, right, sir. We're in the safe area here. Safe area, good safe area. Exactly. We don't talk about those, sir.
No.
And here is Simon from Smashing Pistons. Hello, sir.
Hello.
And we've got this Lotus Tribute. It's kind of half 200 BRM, 200 R3, which has BRM elements and Lotus elements. So obviously the 1.8 version of the K series was used in the Lotus Elise. So this is, I think, a 96 or 97. I can't remember what it started life as, but we've had bits on it to make it look a bit like what would happen if Lotus had collaborated on the R3 200. And we've got the Mark III Focus ST here, 2015 to 16. Then a common autofocus, thank you, 1988, sort of approximately, probably maybe an 89 actually, Volvo 240 GLT. The 240 GLTs are fantastic. I really enjoy these. My mother had a 1989 240 GL Estate from 1990 to 2001. I always wondered what life would have been like if it had GLT. And then Mr. Brooke from Beards and Bangers, this is his Rover 3500. I think he's bought more than one car to the event. One of them we can't talk about, so we're going to focus perhaps on this one, which is fine. Then we have this very, very nice Rover 623 GSI manual. Yes, 623 GSI manual from 1999. I very much enjoy that, viewers. Maybe I'm weird, but I do. And then we've got a 1995, 1996 Rover 214 SI. For more of this car, follow the Motoring on YouTube. The 214 SI was quite lowly spec. We don't even have electric windows in the front of this car. Alex Mazzagatti is around somewhere. You saw her just a bit earlier. This is her car. It's a 1973 Morris Marina 1.8 Estate that I drove last year. As you can see, Roger and Esso the Tiger, his friend, are having a nice time relaxing in the back of the Marina. Called Marley, and the seats are, yeah, they were a bit sort of ruined before she got the car, so we put these leopard print seats on. Then we've got a couple of MGFs. This is a Mark II 1999 to 2000 with the extra storage for luggage, because actually there's not a lot of luggage space in one of these, having actually lived with one for a week, I can tell you that. And then the Japanese specification MGF is a Mark I think it's a 1997 from memory. They actually sold reasonably well over there, like the RV8s before them. And then a Ferrari, let's get this right, an F430 I think this is, yes. The mirror will tell me. I'm not very sure about these. All 6-speed gated manual. Excellent, that's what I say, isn't it? I like that sort of thing very much. And then right up to date with this Mercedes C200 estate from sort of 2024, 2025. Look at the size of that bunch of tablet thing inside. Wow. BMW E46 Coupe. Is this actually an M3? I thought the M3 had different mirrors. I might be right, I might be wrong, I don't know. Yes, it is an M3. Excellent. And then a Mark II Focus ST post facelift with the 2.5 Volvo 5-cylinder white block engine with a turbo. Yes, viewers, the Audi V8 is here. Unfortunately, Simon from Lot 76 Cars, who co-owns this car with me, he is gone. He was here, he has had to go, so his Mercedes isn't here, so you won't be seeing it, which is a shame, but there we go. I must clean that bird mark off the boot. So 2014 Ford Fiesta ST by Mountune. It's faster than the normal one. I think you've got a factory warranty to Mountune cars as well. 2005 Lexus IS 200. Quite like these actually, viewers. Very nice. Right, we'll have to skip forward a bit here. Fabulous. 1980 Triumph Dolomite 1850 HL. Yes, please, viewers. This is the sort of thing that we like very, very much indeed. Have a look at the interior, so you can see it's actually open. There we go. It's automatic as well. That's quite rare. I really fancy another one of these Dolomites at some point in my life. I hope I can get one. And I have a feeling that we're going to be finishing quite soon. And here is a nice MG ZS to entertain us in X-Power Grey. I think there's a couple of other things to see inside, but we're almost finished now, which is good because it's been a long show, this. Much bigger than I expected. So that's 120, this one is. Doesn't say exactly what year it is, but it's pre-facelift one. Right, if we can set up with the background music, we'll have a look at some other things in here. So we've got this 1986 Citroen 2CV6 Special. And the local Citroen dealer is now showing the EC3. I think most of you are going to tell me what you prefer, but I'm not necessarily massively keen on the TCVs. I'm not sure I really want to drive one. I'm not in Seabrook. This looks a lot easier to drive than one of those, but maybe that's not the point. We've got one of the AMI ones here, but doesn't even really have doors on it. And then we've got this Fiat 500 from 1962 next to one of the the Abarth 600 here. I drove one of these the other day. It was a petrol Fiat 600 or hybrid. This particular one is an electric one, so maybe not for all of you, but there we go. I think actually it's time for me to go and buy the ice cream, which I think I've earned to all these parts, as have you for sticking with it all the way through. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and actually we will see you very, very soon for Shedfest 2025 where I will be actually bringing the Audi again. And we will see you there for even more incorrect information.